There you go. How you doing, my kings and queens? I'm your host, King. What I want to tell you for 2024 is to be assertive. Be assertive with everything and everyone. Be assertive with the ladies, the babies, with driving, with the elderly peoples too. Them too. Be assertive with anything that you want. Here's the thing, because let's say you are working as a signing agent and you want to get your foot wet, but you want to get paid after your hard earned, after working hard from a long day. But please don't just accept anything. If you knew, that's different. So let's say they want to pay you $80. You could accept that for the maybe first two or three loan signings. But after that, then you gotta know your worth and say, I'm not accepting anything no less than $100, $125, or even $150. Once you really get good at your craft and you know what you're doing, whether part time or long time. And I get it. People say, I'll take the $80. Money is money, but you may not know the details that it entails. You may not know the work that it entails. For example, you could work 6 or 7 hours just for that one assignment. See, you working a full time um, job over that one loan signing. So you may think that's worth it. The $80, uh, the $80 for that one loan signing, but you have to do your preparation and print out the documents. It could be for two people. You might have to do an out commute to and there. You might have to uh, make sure that everything is signed, and you might be dealing with elderly people or people who want to take the time to ask some questions for every single document. And that could take 2 or 2.5 hours, or maybe even 3 hours, and that's just for one loan signing. And I'm not trying to make it gloomy, because when you get good at it, you can make money. You can make anywhere from $100,000 a year to $225,000 a year, or even $1 million a year, or $2 million a year once you get really good at it. So I'm not trying to discourage you. Your brother man like to keep it real with you too. But that's just a worst case scenario. But the best case scenario is, as I mentioned, you can make $1 million a year, $2 million a year, $3 million a year once you get used to it. But what I'm just saying is to be assertive. Don't just be desperate. Accept anything now. When you're young or new, that's different. But when you've been doing this for 6 months to a year, please don't accept $80. And you gotta know the type of loan signing you're dealing with too. For the let's see, the reverse mortgage, the refinance mortgage, or the buyer package. That's where's the most work. The Hello Lock, that's the least bit of work, or the seller package. The Hello Lock and the seller package, that's the least work. That's where you could accept the $80 loan sign. And another thing too is, please don't be gullible or naive too, because even though they say, "Oh, you get paid $80," but be prepared, because sometimes the sign service might story to get you, um, to lure you or to rear you in. Even though they promise you $80, even if they promise you $100, they might say, "We only could pay you $50 or $70 for all that work," even if it's $20 or $30 difference. But money is money, so make sure that they say what they mean what they say. So don't just automatically accept their bread and crumbs. When you're new, it's different, but when you get seasoned and veteran, don't just keep accepting $80 for the set, for the buyer package, for the reverse mortgage, or the refinance mortgage. If it's a seller or a Hello Lock, that's different. But even with the seller and Hello Lock, when you get real good as a signing agent, you could even demand $100 for those two, even though those are the quickest, and those tend to be the quickest. And they might be more straightforward than the other um, loan signers that I mentioned. I just want you to not get low lowballed, where they give you what they want to give you instead of giving you what you're worth. This is similar to you going to a restaurant and they make the food your way. They eating it for them instead. They're making the meal for. They might as well make the meal for themselves instead of making the meal for you, and you paying them your hard-earned money. It could be a $20 meal, $30 meal, $40 meal, but they're making it their way instead of making it your way, and they might as well eat it. They might as well eat them themselves if they're not going to make it for you. You understand? Well, it's as if you are revved up for your favorite dish, your favorite burger, French fries, or your favorite pizza, or your favorite cool drink, your favorite smoothie, your favorite Shirley Temple, your favorite Virgin Miami Vice, your favorite Virgin Strawberry Daiquiri. But they make it their way. They just give you um, orange juice, or they give you chocolate milk instead of, but you didn't ask for that. See, so that's why you, just as you demand to to get the food, have the food your way, aka Burger King style. That's how you have to be with the alongside the agents. That's how you have to be with talking to ladies, with the babies too, especially with the babies too. Don't be intimidated by their aggressive behavior. You have to show them who's boss. You have to show them how to be assertive. Don't be intimidated or phased or afraid or scared by their tough behavior if they talk back to you by saying, I know my name. If they say something along the lines by saying, I know my name, uh, don't just let that slide. Because if you let that slide, you'll be letting that slide for the rest of the school year. And I don't want that one student or one classroom to give you a headache where you need aspirin or you're taking days off. You got to let them know that you're in charge, that you're the don't. Don't let those 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 year olds scare you at the classrooms. Even though the eighth graders might be more mature than the fifth graders, don't let them slide too with the cursor to you. You say, don't use those street words. You're not going to use those street words in here, not in this school, not where I'm around. You can say, I understand that you got to be tough. You got to speak up for yourself, but you can speak up for yourself and be tough without cursing all the time, without threatening people. I understand they might talk behind your back, and that gets you upset, and that gets you livid, and that gets you frustrated. I get that. But you could solve the problem without cursing. So every problem you have to curse, or you have to threaten people to fight. If you do that, you'll be fighting for the rest of your life, fighting into your 80s or 90s for that matter. You got to break it down to the kids. And okay if they have something smart to say to make it seem as if they're right. And you can say, you know what? You talking back to me doesn't mean that you're right. It doesn't excuse your behavior. I get what you're saying. I get your frustration, but we gotta solve it another way. And if you're dealing with one or two students who's always have something to say, who's always mouthing off to you, you can say, "How can I help you to work with me? How can this? How can I help you to get along with me?" Or you don't have to say that, but how can I help you make this work between you and I as a teacher and student? Be careful how you word it. This they'll be shocked. They say, "I don't know. Just teach better." But don't kiss their tail. You just want to see uh, what they have to say. But don't bribe them. Don't be a people pleaser with that one student because they're not being a people pleaser. They're not bribing you. They're making your life. They're trying to make your life a little nightmare. But don't settle for that. You know your worth as a teacher, as an educator. You demand respect, and you're not accepting anything less. If they still give you a hard time and trying to do what they want to do, you have to write their names up. You have to take away points. You got to uh, threaten Saturday detention. Even if they say they're okay, you say that's why you're gonna get a Saturday. And you gotta be use conviction with it. Don't let them stutter. Don't let them make you stutter or hesitate or eat your words. You know what? You know the difference between right and wrong. Don't let the kids manipulate you and letting you not know the difference between right and wrong because they'll do that too at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 year olds. Don't let the fifth graders, sixth, seventh, or eighth graders make you know the difference between right and wrong, make you lose your identity. They'll try you, but you don't have to. Don't accept anything less. Just like you don't accept anything uh, less from them with their behavior, you accept straight A's from them. Right, you gotta have your expectations high and be realistic, similar to the signing agent. And I know I went on a tangent between the signing agent and between demanding respect from the kids, but they do go hand in hand. The reason I'm talking about being assertive, so people won't keep taking advantage of you and thinking that you're just Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Nice Woman. You can say, I'm nice, but I don't play when it comes to cursing. I don't play when it comes to fighting. Those are my pet peeves. I have, you have to show them that you have zero tolerance with cursing and play fighting and fighting in general. Those are your three pet peeves. And when they see that you don't play, then they'll respect you. See, when you just go along with it and be mellow all the time, they're gonna walk all over you and eat you up because see, you're settling for that. See, when you settle for anything, that means that gives them the license, that gives them the green light to do whatever ever they want to do to you in your classroom. So you can't settle for anything. I mean, you could be tolerant and patient and understanding, but you don't always have to settle for everything. You don't always have to take that smack. You don't always when you take that smack, that's where they lack. That's where they'll talk back and give you a hard time. And I know it may take time. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's cliche, but you could do it. So that's why you gotta tell them your expectations as we enter the new year. You gotta start off scratch. This is as if God's giving you a second chance and get in the right. They might have gave you 4 or 5 months of heck. They still might try it in the new year, but you don't have to keep on letting them do so too. You take away points, you write them up, you call their parents, you uh, write in a referral, you make them do a detention. Because see, you these two don't go by how they react to you. If they have low reactions to you, doesn't mean that you be quiet, you be on the shelf in the club while they show whatever reaction that they want. That they're similar. You letting them do similar to you, then that the kids are doing to you. If that makes sense. I know I said that sloppy. They're no different from the kids. You letting them do whatever they want. You giving them all the power while you not doing anything. Sure, you gotta be careful with certain ladies, or most of the ladies, all ladies for that matter. But I want you to have fun. I don't want you to continue to just do certain things. Play it safe. No playing it safe anymore for 2024. I want you to be assertive with them, to be your best version of yourself. Speak your mind. Sure, pick your own battles. If similar to ladies, babies, or elderly people, tell them that you didn't like how they came across you. You don't like how they spoke to you in the tone. If they still have something to say, they think they didn't do anything wrong, then you just walk away. Pick your battles. Just like don't fight with the ladies, don't fight with the babies, don't fight with the older people. Don't go back and forth with them because it's not worth it. But I want you to speak your mind at least once or twice. Try to be assertive 75 to 80% of the time. Do the 75 assertive rule. Do the 80% assertive rule. And when you go to a club and say to ladies saying, "Where's your friend at? Where's your family at?" You can say, "The fun substitute is here. The party substitute is here. The party people substitute is here. I am a team player leader," which means I could be a team player one minute, I could be a leader in the next. Let me lead the party for a change. They get all the spotlight on them. Now it's my time to shine. The main thing I'm saying from this video is to be assertive by not being afraid of being yourself, about using your best personality, living your best life. No matter what the ladies say, no matter what the babies say, no matter if you're on Shark Tank and they all say you're out, keep on trying. That's the main thing I'm saying. Just do something, but be assertive. And when I say be assertive, I'm not saying being mean or being upset and yelling at people. No, I'm not saying that. Just get used to speaking your mind because most of the people around you, they speak their mind to you. Now your time to speak. Now it's your turn to speak your mind to them. You can be play-hearted. You could use a joke. You can use confidence. You can use optimism. You could use positivity. But do something. There's so many ways you can be assertive. You don't have to be assertive by being quarrelsome or button heads. I'm just saying that you could be assertive while speaking your mind and being dramatic. There's so many options you have in being assertive. Because when you be more assertive in life in general, people will respect you. People will notice you. I know it seems as if people's not noticing you right now, but if you stay at it, if you be assertive with yourself, self-assertive with yourself, by not listening to those down thoughts, let's say you want to do something, but see, your problem is you are capable, and you know you are, but you think you pretend that you're more scared than you are. You're more scary than you are, and that would make you unable to do certain things, or you have a hard time doing simple things. The simplest thing, talking to women, telling the kids what to do, driving to certain places, um, and that's preventing you or holding you back from greatness, from making $1 million as a signing agent, whatever dream job it could be. See, so you're more scarier than you are. What I'm trying to help you to do is go from nervous to excited. See, what you do is you paint this negative picture that's negative than the real thing. You paint this negative picture of driving. You paint this negative picture of the ladies. You paint this negative picture of the babies. You paint this negative picture of the sign agent. See, when you paint all these negative pictures, what's happening? You're talking yourself out of it. So you're thinking that a teacher will always yell at you when you get behind the wheel. You always think that you might crash into the gate. You might think that you might bump into a car when you're driving. So you have all these negative thoughts in your head and you speak yourself out of it. The next thing, you talk to you want to talk to ladies, but you paint this negative picture that's worse than the real thing. You're thinking that all the pretty ladies going to give you a hard time. Even the average looking lady is going to give you a hard time. The pretty average looking lady is going to act funny. They may be your friend 1 minute, but then the next minute they act funny, so you don't talk to them. The same thing with the babies. You paint this negative picture that's worse than the real life thing. You think that the baby's always gonna say they don't care, or they will talk back to you, or they'll listen to the other teachers instead of listening to you. Back with the ladies, you think that the ladies will dance with the other dudes at the club instead of dance with you. So that's why you stay at the corner in the club and watch all the ladies dance with the dudes, and you don't do anything because you're painting the picture. See, the fear is it's worse than the real thing. So you're not giving the reality a chance. You're not giving your capability a chance. You're not giving your potential a chance. But real talk, fear is it's worse. It's way worse than your head than it is in real life. How about you make it better than your head? That's the paradoxical attention. I want you to challenge that worst case scenario. See, you paint the worst case scenario in your head instead of painting the best case scenario in your head. So when you paint the best case scenario in your head, then you'd be excited to talk to a lady. You'd be excited to drive. You'd be excited to discipline the babies. You'd be excited to try the $1 million deal as a signing agent. So it's up to you. You could keep painting that worst case scenario in your head that's worse than in real life, or you could paint your best case scenario that's better than in real life. See, what you're doing is saying I want you to be pessimistic, feel sorry for little you, have self-pity, have self-doubt, have negativity. See, the negative is in your head making you think that you can't do anything, you can't talk, you can't discipline the kids. You want to have a girlfriend. You want to have a baby mama. You want to have a wife. You're making it worse and harder than it already is. And making it hard. See, what you're doing to yourself is you're giving yourself your own nightmares while you're awake. You're giving yourself a bad dream while you're awake with the ladies. You're giving yourself a nightmare with the babies. You're giving your nightmare with the sign agent. You're giving your nightmare with driving. You're giving your nightmare with life itself. And you're awake. How would you give yourself the best dream ever? See, the nightmare is the negativity. The best dream is the positivity. So if you keep on painting these negative or these bad dreams in your head or these nightmares in your head, you're making the situation worse than reality, and you won't try forever. You are prisoning yourself. You put yourself in chains. You put yourself in bondage. You put yourself in slavery with the ladies, with the babies, with driving, with the signing agent, with full-time job, with life in general, with trying new things. Break those chains. Ask God to break those chains. And another thing too is when you can't sleep late at night, what you can do is you can do the Kana Joe, the Jerusalem, the hustle, the electric slide, the Macarena, I said the Cupid Shuffle. Then the, the cha-cha slide. You can do all those movements if you can't sleep to keep you busy. And if you have negative thoughts or self-defeating thoughts or catastrophizing thoughts, you could um, use the positive. You can use the air freshener to give you positive thoughts. To think of your favorite place, a happy place, a peaceful place, whether it's the beach, whether it's paradise, and you can say your find a favorite quote for 2024 when you're having if you're having a hard time with the ladies, the babies, with driving or sign an agent. You can say another day in paradise, even though it might sound sarcastic, but you're speaking it in the atmosphere. The power is at the tip of the tongue. Remember what I told you in terms of being a servant. Don't be scared of being served too, because that's another thing. You're afraid of being served because you think people may not care about what you think, or you think that they may have something small, sarcastic to say. If they do, let them. It's not the end of the world. You're not a bad person. You ain't doing anything wrong. They're not used to you speaking your mind. Whether it's the ladies, the babies, the drivers, the buyer, the seller, they're not, or the signing service, they're not used to seeing this part of you. So they may resist you at first, but you keep pressing your way, they will respect you. But you gotta not let up. You gotta chip at it and stay at it. I'm telling you, you're one milestone away or one breakthrough away from changing your life forever. And you could create your own club. Let's say you have rowdy seventh graders during lunch duty. They do whatever they want. Not saying all seventh graders like this, but let's say you have this one seventh grade group that give the teachers all the time. Or the teachers go on the mic and say, listen up, you gotta sit down, but they don't listen to them. But you think that they're not gonna listen to you. How you know unless you try? So what I recommend that you do is if you can handle those kids in the seventh grade, you can handle the ladies in the club. So don't just keep letting the seventh graders and ladies do what they want to do. It's your time to do what you want to do or what you have to do. You understand? Because when you let them do what they want to do, whether it's the ladies or babies, you're not doing what you're supposed to do in terms of being a man, in terms of standing up or stepping up as a man. See, they take away your manhood. You're going to let the seventh graders take away your manhood. You're going to let the ladies take away your manhood. I know it's easier said than done. But if you can handle those seventh graders and tell them to sit down and we're not doing this, and you're going to take away points, you're going to call parents, you're going to write referrals and send them to Saturday. Therefore, in order for you to survive the club or to drive in the club, thrive, not just in the club with the ladies, but thrive while driving, derive and drive. Get it? Okay, but seriously though, what I mean is, in order for you to thrive with the ladies in the club, you gotta thrive in the babies and create your own club. And please don't be scared, or you can say, don't be scared. And you even say that to the kids too to get their attention. You can say, don't be scared. I'm not scared. Don't be scared. Who could show me what don't be scared look like? You can say, where's my getters at? Who wanna get me or who wanna help me? Where's my getters at? And where's my who wanna get me or who wanna be my go getters? Where's my get me's at or where my go getters at? And then you can say, where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where they at? I know I gotta be on beat. Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where they at? I'm usually better on beat. Let me try again. Where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where they at? That's a little better. Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where they at? But I know if you use the tools I'm giving you and you be on beat, you could use this with 7th and 8th graders, but you gotta be on beat. You gotta use conviction, and you have to be assertive. And don't care if one of the grown 5th graders, 7th graders say, "I'm not doing that. That's whack." You said you don't have to do it, but I'm doing it. Or you can say that one student is announcing or broadcasting what they're not going to do, but I'm broadcasting what I'm going to do. See, that's an example of being assertive. And you can do this in the lunchroom. So once again, you can say, "Where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where they at? Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where they at?" Or you can say, stomp it up like this. Stomp it up like this. Get it. Clap it up like this. Hit it. Stomp it up like this. Hit it. Clap it up like this. Get it. See, mix it up. And then maybe one of the students might want to battle you by saying, "Where's my best stomper at? Who want to battle me in the stomper contest?" Truth or dare. That's the game that 8th graders like to play. And sometimes 8th graders like to act all grown and be rated R. But you could tell them, "Keep it PG-13." He said, "We can't help it. We're going to keep it rated R." He said, "You're either going to keep it PG-13, or you can't play, or you're not going to play." And another thing too is with the with the if the middle school students are being mean to you and they really think they give you a chance, you can say, just like I was I mean to you, and they say no. Just like I'm not gonna be mean to you, you're not gonna be mean to me. Those days are over. When you be mean to me, or when you treat me the way you want to treat me without respect, then there will be disciplines for your actions. There will be consequences for your actions. And you gotta stick with it too. Don't just make idle threats. You gotta say what you mean and mean what you say in order for them to respect you. You gotta implement it more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. Assertiveness will prevail over their aggressiveness. Somebody, I think you get this. You can say, "Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where my clappers at? Where they at?" I know I said it earlier. I want to practice my beat skills. Where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where my stompers at? Where they at? And you could pass this. You could do this in the club too, no matter how silly it is. If you could do this in front of the kids, hundreds of 5th graders, 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders, why not do it in front of the ladies at the club or at a pretty boy contest to break the ice, to loosen your muscles? And you could say, "Clap, clap, dab, clap, clap, dab, clap, clap, dab, clap, 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 snap, clap, clap, snap, clap, clap, snap, clap." You the same the same attention getter you do with the kids. Don't be afraid of doing it with the ladies. It's unique, it's clever, it's witty. It will um, break the ice and getting you out of your shell, getting you to be the best version of yourself. Think about it. And this you having a club. Uh, you can say, you even can tell the kids out loud boldly that I'm I'm the dancing teacher. I'm the hip hop teacher. You're not trying to be their friend, but you're doing this for you, not for them. To work on your self confidence, to work on your assertiveness. And another thing too is if the students correct you, those grown, tough, rough, and you say you can talk rough, you can huff and puff, you still gonna listen, you still gonna respect me. With those students who always have something to say. And you can say, "Let's have Are You Smarter Than the Teacher contest? Let's have a Jeopardy contest." And you can ask them questions about Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Chris Brown, Bow Wow, and meet them where they at to break the tension between them. And you can say "Would you rather," or you can say two truths in one story. If I get it right, then you have to start respecting me. If I get it wrong, then I give you 5 or 10 minutes of free time on the spot right here and right now. We'll do a brain break. Don't say "I'll leave you alone," because then that's similar to you letting the students do whatever they want to do, especially the rough students. They love that. So give them realistic expectations. Give them realistic deals. You're not bribing them. You're not giving them gifts, but you just trying to establish rapport. This will help you instead of you getting frustrated and saying you don't correct the teacher. You understand? I mean, you could, but how is that working for you? I'm guessing that it's not taking you really far with the students because the students still have something to say. So mix it up. Try something different. Remember, I want you to turn the negative into positive by putting negativity in the bed to bed. um, Once again, if you are thinking negative, then before it already happened, you can say to yourself, I'm gonna go from negative to positive by putting the negativity in bed to bed. So if a lady says, "Why do you have this accent?" You can say, "I take that as a compliment that I work for the United Nations. They don't pay me." Or if oh, the ladies just rush you off the elevator by saying, "Come on, let's go, chop chop chop," even though it's a little rude, you can say, "Don't ruin my chivalry skills." Or, "Dad, are you trying to ruin my chivalry skills? I'm trying to be all polite and courteous. Here you are ruining my courtesy skills." Remember what I told you about the elevator? We spoke a lot about that the other day. Being assertive could start with uh, making sure that you demand respect. Even though, for the most part, people don't mean to be a little impatient or a little tough on you on the elevator. They just want to try to help people, but you can still tell them to help you in a better way while being lighthearted with it by saying, "Can you give me a chance? This is not the bus. This is not the light rail. We have time. This is a field trip. No rush here. This is fun time or this relaxed time." Remember what I told you on the elevator? If people try to rush you, you say, "Let them wait." And it's trying to help you not to be afraid of being your offbeat, witty self. Don't be afraid of sharing your sense of humor. Even if you feel that the ladies, the babies don't get your sense of humor, say it anyway. You never know. You have that one or two ladies that might laugh at the top of their lungs because she likes you and she wants to respect you. And deep down inside, even those tough kids, they do want to respect you. But they thinking that you're holding back and they thinking that you're scared. They thinking that you don't know what you're doing. So that's why you gotta be assertive with them the most. When they say they don't care, be assertive with I don't care. So when they say they don't care, you can say, I'm gonna be assertive with your I don't care and care for you. I'm gonna do the care for you. I'm gonna take care of you for you. So when they say they don't care, you can say, I'm gonna be assertive with your I don't care and take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take real good care of you. So I want to be assertive with your I don't care. You say no pain, no gain when you don't care. You gain from the pain when you do care. It's up to you. And you say, how does that make sense? You could say it might not today, but it will when you get older. And leave it like that. If that tough student says, why you don't come to us anymore? When the class learn how to behave, then I'll come back. I'm not coming back when y'all being disruptive and doing what you want to do. Give them a short, sweet answer and keep it moving. You could have fun with the kids too in math because that could be a tough subject to teach, even tougher than science. You can say, let's play mathable, mathable. If you get the question correctly, you could shoot hoops. You could shoot one basket. If you get two questions correctly, two baskets. Three questions correctly, three baskets. Make it into a, a, a basketball game. If they get 10 math questions correctly, then they could go on their computers or they could do free time or they can do a brain break to Just Dance songs. Getting back with the ladies, aren't you tired of the young dudes in their 20s telling the 40s that you gotta wake up and smell the coffee and stop being scared of the ladies? Are you tired of younger men telling you stuff that you already know and already know you're supposed to do? Or aren't you tired of the ladies telling you you gotta step up in the club? You gotta man up. Um, That's why we're not talking to you, because you're not manning up, you're not taking initiative, you're not taking the lead. That's why we don't want to be bothered with you, because you acting all scared. That's why it doesn't matter how good looking you are. If you be passive and timid, we're not going to want to deal with you. We're going to keep on putting you in the beta zone. So are you tired of getting the orders from the young dudes and the ladies? You're supposed to be telling them what to do. You're supposed to be directing them. And it starts by being assertive and use the motivations force. If you're taking pictures of dudes and you're not in the picture, that's a red flag. I want you to go from the dude who's taking pictures of other dudes with the ladies, where people taking pictures of you being with a room full of the ladies. You can flip the script. You got to keep working for them. They can work for you. It starts by you being assertive. Or let's say you do take the pictures of the dude. I give you that, but make sure that, well, not like that, not JY, but you take pictures of the dude with the ladies. But be assertive by saying, "Where's my picture with the ladies too? I take pictures of you with the ladies. Now you gotta take pictures of me with the ladies. Don't just take a picture of the dude with the ladies and you're not in the picture. You got it. Fair is fair. So being assertive is being fair too. Making sure that if you do something for people, people do something for you. But you don't do it tit for tat or find revenge or karma. You lay that to God. But you can still be fair and respectful without being vengeful, if that makes sense. But you could try this. If the dude, when you take pictures of him with the ladies, act, or don't ask him, but say, let's make a deal. I take pictures of you with the ladies, but you gotta take pictures of me with the ladies. If the dude comply, you do it. If he doesn't, then you walk away. No, no harm, no foul. Big bubble, no trouble. Or little bubble, no trouble. Being assertive is not be afraid of telling people what you want. Such as if you take a picture of a dude with the ladies, you ask the same dude to take a picture with you. Take a picture of you with the ladies. Don't be afraid. So being assertive is not being afraid of telling people what you want, telling the ladies what you want, telling the babies what you want, telling the car what you want to do when you drive, telling the Sonic, the seller or the buyer to sign here, sign there, even if they ask you a million questions, but you still tell them what you expect them to do with you being confident, with you being assertive. Assertive and confidence go together, similar to burger and French fries, mac and cheese, cherry on a milkshake. And another thing too is the students be, if the students say they don't care, you can say, don't be scared, be prepared, beware. Or you say, I ain't scared, be prepared, beware. Or if the students say they don't care, you can say, I hear you don't care, but I'll listen to you when you do care. So it's up to you. It's up to you what you want me to do. You want me to hear you when you don't care, or listen to you when you do care? That's up to you. Hearing and listening is two different things. And one more thing, as an attention getter, you can say, clap, 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 clap to the beat. Stop, stop your feet. Clap, clap to the beat. Stop, stop your feet. Clap, clap to the beat. Stop, stop to the beat. Get it, or let's get it. Or if a student says they don't care, you can say, do you want me to arrange that? Or you want to change that? Do you want me to arrange that by caring for you? Or do you want to change that by you um, caring yourself? So if the student say that, okay, you can say, do you want to change that by caring? Or do you want me to arrange that by caring for you? It's up to you. I already know what to do. I want to see if you could make right choices to do the right thing. So don't be scared if they say they don't care. It's not the end of the world. It's not World War III. If the students say they don't care at the top of their lungs, they're testing you. They're testing your I don't care hood. They're testing your manhood. What I'm just basically saying is you could be the assertive king in 2024. You could be the assertive queen in 2024. You could say, I'm the assertive king in 2024. I am the assertive queen in 2024. I'm not the queen, I'm the king. So don't let them take away your crown. Don't let the ladies take away your crown. Don't let the babies take away your crown. Don't let the drivers, the teacher, or the examiner take away your crown, or other drivers take away your crown. Don't let the buyer or seller take away your crown by giving you a hard time. Or you can say you could be hard, but you don't always have to give me a hard time just because you so hard. See, so if anybody um, tries to give you a hard time, don't relinquish your crown. Similar to Michael Jackson, where Barry Gordy said, never relinquish your mic, even though they might try you, even though the ladies might try you, even though the babies might try you, other drivers, uh, the seller, the buyers might try you. Don't relinquish your crown the same way as Michael Jackson didn't ever relinquish his mic. Don't do it. Never that, Jack. Always and forever, you're the assertive king now. You're the assertive queen for 2024 and beyond. Always and forever. You hear me? And I know I was speaking a little loud with conviction, a little aggressive, but it's just passion. I just care about people following their dreams. I don't want anybody to stop them. Not the ladies, not the babies, not the other drivers, not the seller, the buyers. I want you to get what you want out of life. I want you to make more money for yourself so you can do what you want to do when you want to do it, how you want to do it. I want you to live the best life like it's golden. You gotta live in life to the fullest, living life to the finest. In other words, I'm telling you for the past 45 minutes how to be assertive. Being assertive is basically not giving up, not only on your dreams, but not giving up on yourself, not giving up on life in general, and doing what you want to do. So don't quit, no matter um, how much the tough gets going. Don't quit if you have a tough time with the ladies, with the babies, if you have the worst day with driving, if you have the worst day as a signing agent, whether you're on Shark Tank, whether you're doing Pokemon cards. Holla back, player, to those who sell Pokemon cards. If you have a tough time on the worst day ever, don't quit and being assertive on your dreams, on your potential, on yourself, in life in general. Don't quit. So being assertive and not quitting is the same thing as you being resourceful. Where there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way. Teamwork makes the dream work. It takes a village to raise a child. You got it? Excuse me with my stuttering self. I stuttered, but I didn't give up. I was being assertive even when I was stuttering. See, that's an example of being assertive. That's a win-win for you, and all of you. But I talk way too much. Thanks for listening to me. Your patience is appreciated. Have a blessed day. See you later. Stay blessed. And remember to be assertive so you could get the things that you want so people could respect you and not take you for granted and use you as a doormat. You hear me? Okay. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. God bless.